Put a finger down if you've been changing your content 10 times over.
Yeah, so, hey, how we doing? Okay. Hello, guys. Hello. Don't forget to like the live. My last live glitched out. Oh, you got in trouble. Yeah, don't be getting in trouble. Do not be getting in trouble. But yeah, I'm gonna just continue reading. My live just literally, I don't know, it glitched out. Hello, guys. How we feeling? What happened? I don't know. The live just glitched out. I guess YouTube wife. Hello. Welcome back. Okay, so we're gonna do some Bible study testing. Where were we at, guys? From y'all understanding, where was we at? My bully shoved me to the floor and I shoved him back and he whacked his face off the... Okay, yeah. That's too much. That's too much. Y'all need to stay away from each other. But, okay, so... Okay. And please don't be too loud. I'm gonna need to stay alive and sleep. Okay, stay alive and go to sleep. We're gonna be reading the Bible. So does anybody know what part we was talking? He was talking to God, then said back to y'all. Oh yeah, exactly. That's where he's at. Okay, so that's exactly where we was at. As for all of y'all, come back with a better argument, though I still won't find a wise man amongst you. My days are over, my hopes are disappeared, my heart's desires are broken. These men say that night is day, they claim that darkness is light. What if I go to the grave and make my bed in darkness? What if I call the grave my father and the maggot my mother or my sister? Where then is my hope? Can anyone find it? No, my hope will go down with me to the grave. We will rest together in the dusk. Dang. This guy. Bildad's second response to Job. Okay, so now Bildad is like, let me jump back in the conversation because, man, you're tripping. Also, he did tell them to, like, if you don't got nothing that I feel like is smart to say, then just don't say anything at all. So let's see what he has to say. Then Bildad replied, how long before you stop talking? That's what I'm trying to think too, though. How long before you stop talking? Speak sense if you want us to answer. Do you think we are mere animals? Do you think we are stupid? You may tear out your hair in anger, but will that destroy the earth? Will it make the rocks tremble? Surely the light of the wicked will be snuffed out. The sparks of their fire will not glow. The light in their tent will grow dark. The lamp hanging above them will be quenched. The confident stride of the wicked will be shortened. Their own schemes will be their downfall. The wicked walk into a net, they fall into a pit. A trap grabs them by the heel, a snare holds them tight. A noose lies hidden on the ground. A rope is stretched across their path. Terror surrounds the wicked and trouble them as every step. Hunger depletes their strength, and calamity waits for them to stumble. Disease eats their skin. Death devours their limbs. They are torn from the security of their homes and are brought down to the king of terrors. The homes of the wicked will burn down, burning sulfur rains on their houses. The roots will dry up and their branches will wither. All memory of their existence will fade out from the earth, and no one will remember their names. They will be thrust from light into darkness, driven from the world. They will have neither children nor grandchildren, nor any survivor in the place where they lived. People in the west are appalled at their fate. People in the east are horrified. They will say, "This was the home of a wicked person in the place of one who rejected God." Job's sixth speech, a response to Bildad. So now he's like, let me talk about you now. Let me reply back. Because Bildad is just like, dude, like, yeah, you're over here trying to say you want to die, but this is actually what happens when you die, and also what happens when you reject God. So then he's like, how long will you torture me? How long will you try to crush me with your words? You have already insulted me 10 times. You should be ashamed of treating me so badly. Even if I have sinned, that is my concern, not yours. You think you're better than I am, using my humiliation as evidence of my sin. But it is God who has wronged me, capturing me in his net. I cry out, help, but no one answers me. I protest, but there is no justice. God has blocked my way, so I cannot move. He has plunged my path into darkness. He has stripped me of my honor and removed my crown from my head. He has demolished me on every side, and I am finished. He has uprooted my hope like a fallen tree. His fury burns against me. He counts me as an enemy. His troops advance. They build up roads to attack me. They camp all around my tent. My relatives stay far away, and my friends have turned against me. My family is gone, and my close friends have forgotten me. My servants and maids consider me a stranger. I am like a foreigner to them. When I call my servants, he doesn't come. I have to plead with him. My breath is repulsive to my wife. I am rejected by my own family. Even young children despise me. When I stand to speak, they turn their backs on me. My close friends detest me. He like, let me shoot on y'all again. Those I loved have turned against me. I have been reduced to skin and bones and have escaped death by the skin of my teeth. Have mercy on me, my friends. Have mercy, for the hands of God has struck me. Must you also persecute me like God does? Haven't you chewed me up enough? At least he's standing on business. Like, at least he's like standing on business. Oh, that's my words. Oh, that my words would be recorded. Oh, that they could be inscribed on my momentum, carved with an iron chisel and filled with lead, engraved for forever in the rock. But as for me, I know that my Redeemer's lives, and he will stand upon the earth at last. And after my body has decayed, yet in my body I will see God. I will see him for myself. Yes, I will see him with my own eyes. I am overwhelmed at the thought. How dare you go on persecuting me, saying it's his own fault? You should fear punishment yourselves, for your attitude deserves punishment. Then you will know that there is indeed a judgment. Oh my God, this guy was like, okay, Zaphar's second response to Job. Now his other friend is like, let me butt in, because clearly you and Bildad, y'all ain't talking about nothing, so let me speak up. So now he said, I must reply because I am greatly disturbed. They be starting off with crazy statements. He said, I must reply because I'm greatly disturbed. I have had to endure your insults, but now my spirit prompts me to reply. Don't you realize that for the beginning of time, ever since people were first placed on the earth, the trumpets of the wicked have been short-lived, and the joy of the godless have been only temporary? Though the pride of the godless reaches to the heavens, and their heads touch the clouds, yet they will vanish forever, thrown away like their own dung. Those who knew them will ask, where are they? They will fade like a dream and not be found. They will vanish like a vision in the night. Those who once saw them will need them no more. Their families will never see them again. Their children will beg from the poor, for they must give back their stolen riches. Though they are young, their bones will lie in the dust. They enjoyed the sweet taste of wickedness, letting it melt under their tongues. They savored it, holding it long in their mouths. But suddenly the food in their bellies turned sour. A poisonous venom in their stomach, they will vomit the wealth they swallowed. God won't let them keep it down. They will suck the poison of cobras. The vipers will kill them. They will never again enjoy streams of olive oils or rivers of milk and honey. They will give back everything they worked for. Their wealth will bring them no joy, for the oppressed the poor and left them destitute. They foreclosed on their homes. They were always greedy and never satisfied. Nothing remains of all the things they dreamt about. Nothing is left after they finished gorging themselves. Therefore, their prosperities will not endure. In the midst of the plenty, they will run into trouble and overcome by misery. May God give them a belly full of trouble. May God rain down his anger upon them. When they try to escape an iron weapon, a bronze-tipped arrow will pierce them. My thing is, they be like talking to each other and having these wicked metaphors. Like, what? who? Like, when you're really sitting down talking to your homie, are you really saying all these things? Are you really just like, yeah? And this metaphor sounds way better than what you're going through. Like, that's how they be like going back and forth with each other. Moving on. The terrors of death are upon them. Their treasures will be thrown into deepest darkness. A wildfire will devour their goods, consuming all they have left. The heavens will reveal their guilt. The earth will testify against them. A flood will sweep away their house. God's anger will descend on them in torrents. This is the reward that God given the wicked. It is the inheritance decreed by God. Okay. Job 7's speech, a response to Zipporah. So now he's like, let me reply back to you. Listen closely to what I am saying. That one consolation you can give me, bear with me, and let me speak. After I have spoken, you may resume mocking me. My complaint is with God, not with people. I have good reason to be so impatient. Look at me and be stunned. Put your hand over your mouth in shock. When I think about what I am saying, I shudder. My body trembles. Why do the wicked prosper, growing old and powerful? They live to see their children grow up and settle down, and they enjoy their grandchildren. Their homes are safe from every fear, and God does not punish them. Their bulls never fail to breed. Their cows bear calves and never miscarry. They let their children frisk about like lambs. Their little ones skip and dance. They sing with tambourine and harp. They celebrate the sounds of the flute. They spend their days in prosperity, then go down to the grave in peace. And yet they say to God, go away. We want no parts of you and your ways. Who is the Almighty, and why should we obey him? He has a point. He's literally saying, like, but listen to me. I'm just trying to say, why is the wicked being so blessed, and me, I didn't do anything, and I'm getting literally like thrown all these curveballs. He does have a point right here. He does, y'all. Anyways, and yet they say, go away. We want no part of you and your ways. Who is the Almighty, and why should we obey him? Basically, he's just saying, like, that's what the wicked acts like. But what good will it do us to pray? They think their prosperity is of their own doing. But I will have nothing to do with that kind of thinking. Okay. Yet the light of the wicked never seems to be extinguished. Do they ever have trouble? Does God disturb sorrow to them in anger? I mean, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. Like, they feel like when you see good happening to bad people, that's basically what he's saying. He's just like, bro, they don't praise God. Like, look at all those people, like, living the best life ever, and they're terrible people. His friend is probably going to have some Okay. Sorry, y'all. Somebody else called me, but can y'all hear me? Somebody... Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay. Never judge and compare is so true. Okay, I'm glad that we're all on the same page. Okay. Do they ever have trouble? That's a good point. Where Job is talking to his friend about how, like, people who do bad, they don't believe in God, but nothing bad ever happens to them in his mind. So he's like, do they ever have trouble? Does God distribute sorrow to them in anger? Are they driven before the wind like straw? Are they carried away by the storm like chaff? Not at all. Well, you say at least God will punish their children, but I say he should punish the one who sinned, so that they understand his judgment. Let them see their destruction with their own eyes. Let him drink deeply of the anger of the Almighty, for they will not care what happens to their family after they are dead. But who can teach a lesson to God? Since he judged even the most powerful, one person dies in prosperity, completely comfortable and secure, the picture of good health, vigorous and fit. Another person dies in bitter poverty, never having tasted the good life, but both are buried in the same dust, both eaten by the same maggots. Look, I know what you're thinking. I know that scheme you are plotting against me. You will tell me of rich and wicked people whose houses have vanished because of their sins. But ask those who have been around, and they will tell you the truth. Even evil people are spared in times of calamity and are allowed to escape disaster. No one criticizes them openly or pays them back for what they have done. When they are carried to the grave, an honor guard keeps watch in their tomb. A great funeral procession goes to the cemetery, may pay their respects as the body is laid to rest and the earth gives sweet repose. How can your empty cliches confront me? All your explanations are lies. Bro, he literally like went off on his friend. He has like the smallest bit of a good point. He does. But like you said, like, comparison is the thief of joy. But okay, let's see what his friend has to say, because low-key his friend is about to eat him up again. Okay. Alright, so Eliphaz's third response to Job. Then Eliphaz replied, can a person do anything to help God? Can even a wise person be helpful to him? Is it any advantage to the Almighty if you are righteous? Would it be any gain to him if you were perfect? It is because you are pious that he accuses you and brings judgment against you. No, it's because of your wickedness. There's no limit to your sins. For example, you must have lent money to your friend and demanded clothes as security. Yes, you stripped him to the bone. You must have refused water for the thirsty and food for the hungry. You probably think the land belongs to the powerful and only the privileged have a right to it. You must have sent widows away empty-handed and crushed the hopes of orphans. That is why you are surrounded by traps and trembles from sudden fears. That is why you cannot see in the darkness, and waves of water covers you. God is so great, higher than the heavens, higher than the farthest stars. But you reply, that's why God can't see what I am doing. How can he judge through the thick darkness? For thick clouds swirl around him and he cannot see us. He is way up there walking on the vaults of heaven. Will you continue on the old paths where evil people have walked? There were snatched away in the prime of life, the foundations of their lives washed away. For they said to God, leave us alone. What can the Almighty do to us? Yet he was the one who filled their homes with good things. So I will have nothing to do with that kind of thinking. The righteous will be happy to see the wicked destroyed, and the innocent will laugh in content. They will say, see how our enemies have been destroyed. The last of them have been consumed in the fire. Submit to God and you will have peace. Then things will go well for you. Ooh, that might be my favorite one right there. Shout out to, wait, Mod me back up, twin. Here, let me mod you. How about that? Okay. There you go. Shout out to y'all. Okay, let's get back into it because y'all know me. I'm gonna forget where the heck I'm at. Y'all know I'm gonna forget where I'm at. Okay, submit to God and you will have peace. Then things will go well for you. Listen to his instructions and store them in your heart. A wise man named Eliphaz once said, submit to God and you will have peace and then things will go well for you. Like, shout out to him. Okay. If you return to the Almighty, you will be restored. So clean up your life. If you give up your lust for money and throw your precious gold into the river, the Almighty himself will be your treasure. He will be your precious silver. Then you will take delight in the Almighty and look up to God. You will pray to him and he will hear you, and you will fulfill your vows to him. You will succeed in whatever you choose to do, and light will shine on the roads ahead of you. If people are in trouble and you say help them, God will save them. Even sinners will be rescued. They will be rescued because your hands are pure. Job's 8th speech, a response to Eliphaz. So he's like, all right, you said all of that, but let me say something else. My complaint today is still a bitter one. Yo, this guy still, because he's saying that because nothing has changed so far in his mind. He said, my complaint today is a bitter one. And I try hard not to groan loud. If only I knew where to find God, I would go to his court. I would lay out my case and present my arguments. And then I would listen to his reply and understand what he says to me. Would he use this great power to argue with me? No. He would give me a fair hearing. Honest people can reason with him. So I would be forever acquitted by my judge. I go east, but he is not there. I go west, but I can't find him. I do not see him in the north, for he is hidden. I look to the south, but he is concealed. So basically he's like, okay, that's all good and all, but I still can't physically be able to sit down in court and ask God, what did I really do wrong for you to treat me this way? So he's like, so what are we really talking about? Which is true. Some people feel that way too. Like some people feel like because God is not in physical form that they just don't believe in him, or they feel like they can't talk to him. So, okay, Job, because y'all know Job is over here dramatic as heck right now. Okay. All right, let's finish. But he knows where I am going, and when he tests me, I will come out as pure gold, for I have stayed on God's path. I have followed his ways and not turned aside. I have not departed from his commands, but have treasured his word more than daily food. But once he has made his decision, who can change his mind? Whatever he wants to do, he does. So he will do me whatever he has planned. He controls my destiny. No wonder I am so terrified in his presence. When I think of it, terror grips me. God has made me sick at heart. The Almighty has terrified me. Darkness is all around me. Thick and penetrated darkness is everywhere. Okay, so he's just feeling bad for himself, guys. Like, this dude just has no hope at all. Thank you for everybody that's liking the live, gifting, all of that. I just want to let y'all know that. Thank you. Job asked why the wicked are not punished. I want to know why the wicked aren't punished too. I want to know too, Job. So why doesn't the Almighty bring the wicked to judgment? Why must the godly wait for him in vain? Evil people steal land by moving the boundary markers. They do. They do. First of all, when we were slaves, they were just like, yeah, you want your land and everything that's owed to you? Okay, come pull up and get it, and then shot him. Like, the landmark is always, the boundary marker is always being moved. Anyways, they steal livestock and put them in their own pastures. They take the orphan donkey and demand the widow's ox as security for a loan. The poor are pushed off the path. The needy must hide together for safety. The wild donkeys in the wilderness, the poor must spend all their time looking for food, searching even in the deserts for food for their children. They harvest a field they do not own, and they glean in the vineyards of the wicked. All night they lie naked in the cold, without clothing or cover. They are soaked by mountain showers, and they are huddled against the rocks for want of a home. The wicked snatched a widow's child from her breast, taking the baby as security for a loan. The poor must go about naked without any clothes. They harvest food for others while they themselves are starving. They press out olive oil without being allowed to taste it, and they tread in the winepress as they suffer from thirst. The groans of the dying rise from the city, and the wounded cry for help, yet God ignores their moaning. Wicked people are rebel against the light. They refuse to acknowledge its ways or stay in its path. The murderer rises in the early dawn to kill the poor and needy at night. He is a thief. The adulterer waits for the twilight, saying, "No one will see me then." He hides his face so no one will know him. Thieves break into houses at night and sleep in the daytime. They are not acquainted with the light. Ooh, he's spitting right now. The black night is their morning. They ally themselves with the terrors of the darkness, but they disappear like foam down a river. Everything they own is cursed, and they are afraid to enter their own vineyards. The grave consumes sinners, just as drought and heat consume snow. Their own mothers will forget them. Maggots will find them sweet to eat. No one will remember them. Wicked people are broken like a tree in the storm. They cheat the woman who has no son to help her. They refuse to help the needy widow. God is his power drags away the rich. They may rise high, but they have no assurance of life. They may be allowed to live in security, but God is always watching them, as though they are great now. In a moment, they will be gone like all others, cut off like heads of grain. Can anyone claim otherwise? Who can prove me wrong? Oh my God, here Bildad comes with his third response. He says, God is powerful and dreadful. He enforces peace in the heavens, who is able to count his heavenly army. Does his light shine on all the earth? How can a mortal be innocent before God? Can anyone born of a woman be pure? God is more glorious than the moon. He shines brighter than the stars. In comparison, people are maggots. We mortal as mere worms. Job's ninth speech, a response to Bildad. Then Job spoke again. How you have helped the powerless, how you have saved the weak, how you have enlightened my stupidity. What wise advice you have offered. He said, yeah, you're so smart. Where have you gotten all these wise sayings? Whose spirit speaks through you? The dead trembles. Those who live beneath the waters, the underground world is naked in God's presence. The place of destruction is uncovered. God stretches the north sky over empty space and hangs the earth on nothing. He wraps the rain in this thick cloud, and the clouds don't burst with the weight. He covers the face of the moon, shrouding it with its clouds. He created the horizon when he separated the waters. He set the boundary between day and night. The foundations of heaven trembles, they shudder at his rebuke. By his power, the sea grew calm. By his skill, he crushed the great sea monster. His spirit made the heavens beautiful, and his power pierced the gliding serpent. These are just the beginning of all that he does, merely a whisper of his power. Who then can comprehend the thunder of his power? Job's final speech. They just sitting here yapping. Oh my goodness. Okay. Job continues speaking. I vow by the living God who has taken away my rights, by the Almighty who has embittered my soul. As long as I live, while I have breath from God, my lips will speak no evil. And my tongue will speak no lies. I will never concede that you are right. I will defend my integrity until I die. I will remain my innocent without wavering. My consciousness is clear for as long as I live. My may my enemy be punished like the wicked, my adversary like those who do evil. For what hope do the godless have when God cuts them off and takes away their life? Will God listen to their cry? When trouble comes upon them, can they take delay in the Almighty? Can they call to God anytime? I will teach you about God's power. I will not conceal anything concerning the Almighty, but you have seen all this, yet you say all these useless things to me, which is true though. He's like, I'm not really trying to say that God is like not good, but like, honestly, where is he right now? That's basically what I'm getting from that. This is what the wicked will receive from God. This is their inheritance from the Almighty. They may have children, but the children will die in war, starved to death. Those who survive will die of a plague, and not even their widows will mourn them. Evil people may have piles of money and may store away mounds of clothes, but the righteous will wear that clothes, and the innocent will divide that money. The wicked build houses as the wicked build houses as fragile as a spider's web, as flimsy as a shelter made of branches. The wicked go to bed rich, but wake to find that all their wealth is gone. Terror overwhelms them like a flood, and they are blown away in the storms of the night. The east winds carries them away, and they are gone, and sweeps them away. It swirls down on them without mercy. They struggle to flee from its power, but everyone jeers at them and mocks them. Job speaks of wisdom and understanding. Okay, so now is he like coming to realization that his friends might not be bugging? I don't know. I'm over here trying to read ahead. Okay. People know where to mine silver and how to refine gold. They know where to dig iron from the earth and how to smelt copper from rock. They know how to shine light in the darkness and explore the farthest regions of the earth. As they search in the dark for ore, they sink a mine of shaft into the earth far from where anyone lives. They descend on ropes, swinging back and forth. Food is grown on the earth above, but down below the earth is melted as by fire. Here the rocks contain precious lapis, and the dust contains gold. These are treasures no bird of prey can see, no falcon's eye observed, no wild animal has walked upon these treasures, no lion has ever set his paws there. People know how to tear apart flinty rocks and overturn the roots of mountains. They cut tunnels in the rocks and uncover precious stones. They dam up the trickling streams and bring to light the hidden treasures. But do people know where to find wisdom? Where can they find understanding? No one knows where to find it. For it is not found amongst the living. It is not here, says the ocean, nor is it here, says the sea. It cannot be bought with gold. It cannot be purchased with silver. It's worth more than all gold of Ophir, greater than precious lapis. Wisdom is more valuable than gold and crystal. It cannot be purchased with jewels mounted in fine gold, coral, and jasper are worth. I'm trying to get it. The price of wisdom is far above rubies. Precious period of Ethiopia cannot be exchanged for it. It's worth more than the purest gold. But do people know where to find wisdom? Where can they find understanding? It is hidden from the eyes of all humanity. Even the sharp-eyed bird in the sky cannot discover it. Destruction and death says, we've heard only rumors of where wisdom can be found. God alone understands the way to wisdom. He knows where it is, where it can be found, for he looks throughout the whole earth and sees everything under the heavens. He decided how hard the wind blows and how much rain falls. He made the laws of the rain and laid out a path for the lightning. Then he saw wisdom and evaluated it. He set it in a place and examined it thoroughly. And this is what he says, all humanity. The fear of the Lord is true wisdom. To forsake evil is real understanding. That's valid. Job speaks of his former blessings. Job continues speaking. I long for the years gone by when God took care of me, when he lit up the way before me and I walked safely through the darkness. Job over here reminiscing about when he didn't have boils and when his animals was alive and whatnot. Okay, yeah. When I was in my prime, God's friendship was felt in my home. The Almighty was still alive with me and my children were around me. Oh, he's reminiscing on his children, guys. Okay, my steps were awash in cream and the rocks gushed olive oil for me. Those were the days when I went to the city gate and took my place among the honored leaders. The young stepped aside when they saw me. And even the aged rose in respect at my coming. The princes stood in silence and put their hands over their mouths. The highest officials of the city stood quietly, holding their tongues in respect. All who heard me praised me. All who saw me spoke well of me, for I assisted the poor in their need and the orphans who required help. I helped those without hope, and they blessed me. I caused the widows' hearts to sing for joy. Everything I did was honest. Righteousness covered me like a robe, and I wore justice like a turban. I served as eyes for the blind and feet for the lame. I was a father to the poor and assisted strangers who helped. I broke the jaws of godless operators and plucked their victims for their teeth. So he's basically saying, like, bro, I was a good person. I had all this stuff going on for me. So why is this happening to me, basically? But he's still ranting, y'all. Hold on. Let him finish ranting. I thought surely I will die surrounded by my family after a long, good life. For I am like a tree whose roots reach the water, whose branches are refreshed with the dews. New honors are constantly bestowed on me, and my strength is continually renewed. Everyone listens to my advice. They were silent as they waited for me to speak. And after I spoke, they had nothing to add, for my counsel satisfied them. They longed for me to speak as people long for rain. They drank my words like a refreshing spring water. When they were discouraged, I smiled at them. My look of approval was precious to them, like a chief. I told them what to do. I lived like a king amongst his troops and confronted those who mourned. Dang, he was not humble when he said that. He was like, this is what I did. So what is going on? All right, let's move on we're on 30. Job speaks of his anguish. But now I am mocked by people younger than I, my young men whose fathers are not worthy to run with my sheepdogs. A lot of good they are to me. Those worn out reaches, dang, he's over there shooting shots. They are from poverty and hunger. They claw to dry grounds and desolate wastelands. They pluck wild greens from amongst the bushes and eat from the roots of broom trees. They are divided from human society, and people shout at them as if they were thieves. So now they live in frightened ravens in caves and among the rocks. They sound like animals howling amongst the bushes, huddled together beneath the nettles. They are nameless fools, outcast from society. And now they mock me like vulgar songs. They taunt me. They despise me and won't come near me, except to spit in my face. For God has cut my bowstrings. He has humbled me, so they have thrown off all restraint. These outcasts oppose me to my face. They send me sprawling and lay traps in my path. They block my roads and do everything they can to destroy me. They know I have no one to help me. They come at me from all directions. They jump on me when I am down. I live in terror now. My honor has blown away in the wind, and my prosperity has vanished like a cloud. Oh, man. Even though he's yapping, I feel bad for him. But he's yapping like, we get it. Your animals are dead. Your kids are dead. Your house is gone. You have boils. Like, you have maggots on your skin. You can't sleep. But golly, like, can we get a break? Like, he's just saying all this stuff. Like, can we get a break? Can we please get a break? I think I need a water break because me translating all that yapping right now, He's stressing me out. Oh my goodness. How is everybody doing? He literally was just like, I was that man and now I'm not, and now I'm the opposite. How are we feeling, everybody? Job is really going through it. I just need to see how the story, how is this going to end? How is this going to end, buddy? Because he's definitely... Oh, we only have 3 pages left. Well, 4 pages left. That was fast. Y'all are doing great. Okay, good to know. Right, for sure. I'm over here stressed out for him, trying to figure out how this is gonna get better. Okay. So we have 3 more pages. We have 4 more pages left. Now we understand that he's still sitting down with his friends, and he's just he's basically telling the truth. He's like, evil people are gifted. When he's reminiscing about the times that he had his kids around him, and when he was doing good and people came to him, you know. Let's move on. Let's move on because he's stressing me out, guys. He was suicidal 3 pages ago. We just trying to figure out how we're getting down to the bottom of this. Yeah, clearly God was testing his faith. Okay, so he said, my honor has blown away in the wind and my prosperity has vanished like a cloud. He's feeling sorry for himself, guys. And now my life seeps away. Depression haunts my days. At night, my bones are filled with pain. With a strong hand, God grabs my shirt. He grips me by the collar of my coat. He has thrown me into the mud. I am nothing more than dust and ashes. I cry to you, oh God, but you don't answer me. I stand before you, but you don't even look. You have become cruel towards me. You use your power to persecute me. You throw me into the whirlwind and destroy me in the storm. And I know you are sending me to my death and the destination of all who live. Surely no one would turn against the needy when they cry for help in their troubles. Did I not weep for those in trouble? Was I not deeply grieved by the needy? So I looked for good, but evil came instead. I waited for light, but darkness fell. My heart is troubled and restless. Days of suffering tormented me. I mean, he's not lying though. Okay, I walk in gloom without sunlight. I stand in the public square and cry for help. Instead, I am considered a brother to jackals and a companion to owls. My skin has turned dark and my bones burn with fever. My harp plays sad music and my flute accompanies those who weep. Right. Job's final protest of innocence. So he's like, for the last time, I'm trying to tell you that I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing wrong to deserve this. Okay, so he said, I made a covenant with my eyes, not to look with lust at a young woman, for what has God above chosen for us? What is our inheritance from the Almighty on high? Isn't it calamity for the wicked and misfortune for those who do evil? Doesn't he see everything I do and every step I take? Which is true. He's like, I haven't done nothing wrong. Is he not seeing that? And then he says, have I lied to anyone or deceived anyone? He's still trying to find answers on why he's punished. Let God weigh me on the scales of justice, for he knows my integrity. If I have strayed from his pathway, or if my heart has lusted for what my eyes have seen, or if I'm guilty of any other sin, then let someone else eat the crops I have planted. Let all that I have planted be uprooted. If my heart has been seduced by a woman, or if I have lusted for my neighbor's wife, then let my wife serve another man. Let other men sleep with her. For lust is a shameful sin, a crime that should be punished. If it is fire that is burned all the way to hell, it would wipe out everything I own. If I have been unfair to my male or female servants, then they brought their complaints to me. How could I face God? What could I say when he questions me? For God created both me and servants. He created us both in the womb. Have I refused to help the poor or crushed the hopes of widows? Have I been stingy with my food and refused to share it with orphans? No. From childhood, I have cared for orphans like a father, and all my life I have cared for widows. Whenever I saw the homeless without clothes and the needy without to wear, did they not praise me for providing wool clothing to keep them warm? If I raised my hand against an orphan, knowing the judges would take my side, then let my shoulders be wrenched out of place. Let my arm be torn from its socket. That would be better than facing God's judgment. For if the majesty of God's oppose me, what hopes is there? Have I put my trust in money, or felt secure because of gold? Have I gloated about my wealth and all that I owe? Have I looked at the sun shining in the skies, or the moon walking down in the silver pathway, and been secretly enticed in my heart to throw kisses at them in worship? If so, I should be punished by the judges, for it would mean I have denied the God of heaven. He's just trying to vouch for himself, right? Well, yeah, this is the protest for innocent on 31. Okay. If so, I should be punished by the judges, for it would mean I have denied God of heaven. Okay. Have I ever rejoiced when disaster struck my enemies, or become excited when harm came their way? No, I have never sinned by cursing anyone or by asking for revenge. My servants have never said, he let others go hungry. I have never turned away I have never turned away a stranger, but have opened my doors to everyone. Have I tried to hide my sins like other people do, concealing my guilt in my heart? Have I feared the crowd of the content of the masses, so that I kept quiet and stayed indoors? If only someone would listen to me. Look, I will sign my name to my defense. Let the Almighty answer me. Let my accusers write out the charges against me. I would face the accusations proudly. He's like, if I did all that stuff, I would stand up and be like, yeah, I did it, but I didn't do it. I would face y'all, I'm over here translating for Job, like, for real. Okay, I would face the accusations proudly. I would wear it like a crown, for I would tell him exactly what I have done. I would come before him like a prince. If my land accuses me and it is furrows cry out together, or if I have stolen its crops or murdered its owners, then let thistles grow out that land instead of wheat, and weeds instead of barley. Job's words are ended. So he's like, drop the mic. Like, if I really did all of that, then stand on business and like say what I did, basically. So Elihu responds to Job's friends. Okay, so now we have a new person talking, period. Finally, because wasn't there like 5 of his friends sitting with him? Okay, Job's 3 friends refused to reply further to him because he kept insisting on his innocence, right? Because his other 3 friends were just like, yeah, but we're trying to tell you, like Bildad and who else was that? Eliphaz, Bildad, and who's the other friend? Anyways, y'all understand because we're all reading it together. Oh, and Zophar. So them 3, they're like, we're done talking. So Job's 3 friends refused to reply further to him because he kept insisting on his innocence. Then Elihu, son of Barkel, became angry. He was angry because Job refused to admit that he had sinned and that God was right in punishing him. Oh, so Job was lying to us the whole time, y'all. He was also angry with Job's 3 friends, for they made God appear to be wrong by their inability to answer Job's argument. Elihu had waited for the others to speak to Job because they were older than him. But when he saw that they had no further reply, he spoke out angrily. Elihu, son of Barkel, said, I am young and you are old. Oh, now they got the youngin' speaking up, period. Sometimes that happens too. Like, sometimes that has happened to me before. Like, I'd be looking at my older aunties or like old people older than me. I'm like, you think you're right, but you're really not right sometimes. But basically, yeah, Job has sinned before, and this guy, the younger guy, he's like, everybody's lying. Now I have something to say. And he says, I am young and you are old. So I held back from telling you what I think. I thought those who are older should speak, for wisdom comes with age. That's what I thought too. But there is a spirit within people, the breath of the Almighty within them that makes them intelligent. Sometimes the elders are not wise. Sometimes the aged do not understand justice. So listen to me and let me tell you what I think. I have waited all this time, listening very carefully to your arguments, listening to you grope for words. I have listened, but not one of you have refuted Job or answered his arguments. They haven't. They didn't have. Like, he literally said, why do people who do bad get good? And they literally just said, well, just believe in God anyways. Like, just believe. And don't tell me he is too wise for us. Only God can convince him. If Job had been arguing with me, I would not answer with your kind of logic. You sit there baffled with nothing more to say. Should I continue to wait now that you are silent? Must I also remain silent? No, I will say my piece. I will speak my mind. For I am full of pent-up words, and the spirit within me urges on. Go ahead, Elihu. I am like a cask of wine without a vent. Like a new, this is the metaphors always get me, because why do they be trying to say like, yeah, I'm the bread with the butter and you're just the bread, no butter. Like, that's how they be saying, like, that's how they be talking to each other. Like, I am the sea with the sand and you're just the beach with no sand. Like, that's like, why do they be doing that? That's why the Bible was so long. It's just because all these metaphors just be like, if they really got to the point, this story would be like 1 page long. But they have to, like, I don't know. This dude said, I'm like a cask of wine without a vent. Like, bars. Give him that. Like a new wineskin ready to burst. I must speak to find relief. So let me give my answers. I won't play favorites or try to flatter anyone, for I tried flattery. My creator would soon destroy me. He could have just said, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, for real. Elihu presents his case against Job. Listen to my words, Job. Pay attention to what I have to say. So he's like, just listen to me. Now that I have begun to speak, let me continue. It's just like, dude, just talk already. Like, you see what I mean by that? Like, just talk. I speak with all sincerity. I speak the truth, for the Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gives me life. Answer me if you can. Make your case and make your stand. Look, you and I both belong to God. I too was formed from clay. So you don't need to be afraid of me. I won't come down hard on you. You have spoken in my hearing, and I have heard your very words. You said, I am pure. I am without sin. I am innocent. I have no guilt. God is picking a quarrel with me, and he considers me his enemy. He puts my feet in the stocks and watches my every move. But you are wrong, and I will show you why, for God is greater than any human being. So why are you bringing a charge against him? Why say he does not respond to people's complaints? For God speaks again and again. The people do not recognize it. He speaks in dreams and visions of the night when deep sleep falls on people. As they lie in their beds, he whispers in their ears and terrifies them with warnings. He makes them turn from doing wrong. He keeps them from pride. He protects them from the grave. from crossing over the rivers of death. Or God disciplines people with pain on their sick beds, with ceaseless achings in their bones. They lose their appetite or even the most delicious food for even the most delicious foods. Their flesh wastes away and their bones stick out. They are at death's door. The angels of death wait for them. But if an angel from heavens appears, a special messenger to intercede for a person and declare that he is upright, he will be gracious and say, "Rescue him from the grave, for I have found a ransom for his life." Then his body will become as healthy as a child's, firm in youth again. When he prays to God, he will be accepted, and God will receive him with joy and restore him to good standing. He will declare to his friends, "I sinned and twisted the truth, but it was not worth it. God rescued me from the grave, and now my life is filled with light." Yes, God does these things again and again for people. He rescues them from the grave so they may enjoy the light of life. Mark this well. Job, listen to me, for I have more to say. But if you have anything to say, go ahead. Speak, for I am anxious to see you justified. But if not, then listen to me. Keep silent, and I will teach you wisdom. He like, listen up. Even though you're older than me, I'm going to just let you know now. Like, what's going on. Elihu accuses Job of arrogance. I was thinking that too, because when he was like trying to defend himself, he's like, "I'm a good person. I fed the widows and the orphans and the homeless people, and I treat my servants well." He did sound arrogant. Okay, so Job decided not to say nothing. He was just like, "I'm gonna stay mute. I'm gonna let him continue talking," because he just didn't have nothing to say. So Elihu says, "Listen to me, you wise men. Pay attention, you who have knowledge." Job said, "The ear tests the words it hears, just as the mouth distinguishes between foods. So let us discern ourselves what is right. Let us learn together what is good." For Job also said, "I am innocent, but God has taken away my rights. I am innocent, but they call me a liar. My suffering is incurable, though I have not sinned. Tell me, has there ever been a man like Job, with his thirst for irreverent talk? He chooses evil people as companions. He spends his time with wicked men. He has even said, 'Why waste time trying to please God?' Listen to me, you who have understanding. Everyone knows that God doesn't sin. The Almighty can do no wrong. He repays people according to their deeds. He treats people as they deserve. Truly, God will not do wrong. The Almighty will not twist justice. Did someone else put the words in his care? Who set the world in the place? If God were to take back his spirit and withdraw his breath, as life would cease and humanity would turn again to dust. Now listen to me. If you are wise, pay attention to what I say. Could God govern if he hated justice? Are you going to condemn the Almighty Judge? For he says to kings, 'You are wicked,' and to nobles, 'You are unjust.' He doesn't care how great a person may be, and he pays no attention to the rich than to the poor. He made them all. In a moment they die. In the middle of the night they pass away. The mighty are removed without human hand. For God watches how people live. He sees everything they do. No darkness is thick enough to hide the wicked from his eyes. We don't set the time when he will come before God in judgment. He brings the mighty to ruin without asking anyone, and he sets up others in their place. He knows what they do, and in the night he overturns and destroys them. He strikes them down because they are wicked, doing it openly for all to see, for they turned away from following him. They have no respect for any of his ways. They cause the poor to cry out, catching God's attention. He hears the cries of the needy, but he chooses to remain quiet. Who can criticize him? When he hides his face, no one can find him. Whether an individual or a nation, he prevents the godless from ruling, so they cannot be a snare to the people. Why don't people say to God, "I have sinned, but I will sin no more"? Or, "I don't know what evil I have done. Tell me. If I have done wrong, I will stop at once." Must God tailor his justice to your demands? But you have rejected him. The choice is yours, not mine. Go ahead, share your wisdom with us. After all, bright people will tell me, and wise people will hear me say, Job speaks out of ignorance. His words lack insight. Job, you deserve the maximum penalty for the wicked ways you have talked, for you have added rebellion to your sin. You show no respect, and you show many angry words against God. Elihu reminds Job of God's justice. Do you think it is right for you to claim, I am righteous before God, for you also ask, what is in it for me? What's the use of living a righteous life? I will answer you, and all your friends too. Look up into the sky and see the clouds high above you. If you sin, how does that affect God? Even if you sin again and again, what effect will it have on him? If you are good, is that some great gift to him? What could you possibly give him? No, your sins affect only people like yourself, and your good deeds also affect only humans. People cry out when they are oppressed. They groan beneath the power of the mighty, yet they don't ask, where is God my creator, the one who gives songs in the night? Where is the one who makes us smarter than the animals and wiser than the birds of the sky? And when they cry out, God does not answer because of their pride. But it is wrong to say God doesn't listen. To say the Almighty isn't concerned, you say you can't see him, but he will bring justice if you only wait. You say he does not respond to sinners with anger and is not greatly concerned about wickedness, but you are talking nonsense, Job. You have spoken like a fool. He continues speaking. Let me go on, and I will show you the truth. For I have not finished defending God. I will present profound arguments for the righteous of my Creator. I am telling you nothing but the truth, for I am a man of great knowledge. God is mighty, but he does not despise anyone. He is mighty in both power and understanding. He does not let the wicked live, but gives justice to the afflicted. He never takes his eyes off the innocent, but he sets them on thrones like with kings and exalts them forever. If they are bound in chains, and caught up in a web of trouble, he chooses to show them the reason. He shows them their sins of pride. He gets their attention and commands that they turn from evil. If they listen and obey God, they will be blessed with prosperity throughout their lives. All their years will be pleasant, but if they refuse to listen to him, they will cross over the rivers of death, dying from lack of understanding. From the godless are full of resentment. Even when he punishes them, they refuse to cry out to him for help. They die when they are young, after wasting their lives in immortal living. But by means of their suffering, he rescues those who suffer, for he gets their attention through adversity. God is leading you away from danger, Job, to a place free from distress. He is setting your table with the best food, but you are obsessed with whether the godless will be judged. Don't worry, judgment and justice will be upheld. Ooh, hold on, let's stop there. Because he said, God is leading you away from danger, Job, to a place free from distress. He is setting your table with the best food, but you're obsessed with whether the godless will be judged. So basically, he's like, yeah, all that stuff happened to you, and it's going to get better when you praise him, but you're over here worried about whether or not the thief is over there getting arrested, when you need to be worried about praising him so that you can get what you're owed, basically. Which is true, but I feel like that's also not where Job was coming from, like, in the beginning. How do y'all feel about that, though? We literally only have 2 pages left, so maybe we can, like, stop and think about that. Yeah, like... Shelby, thank you for the super chat. That's a good observation. That is a good observation. Yep. Have you been crying? I can see pain in your eyes. Are you okay? Me? Yes, I'm crying for Job right now because he lost a lot of stuff and he did not give up on God, his wife, and yeah. Okay. All right, let's get through this and then we can have like a little discussion about it. Okay, God is leading you away from danger, Job, to a place free from distress. He is setting your table with the best food, but you are obsessed with whether the godless will be judged. Don't worry, judgment and justice will be held. But watch out, or you may be seduced by wealth. Don't let yourself be bribed into sin. Could all your wealth or all your mighty efforts keep you from distress? Do not long for the cover of night, and for that is when people will be destroyed. Be on guard. Turn back from evil, for God sent this suffering to keep you from a life of evil. And he continues to talk. Look, God is all powerful. Who is a teacher like him? No one can tell him what to do or say to him, you have done wrong. Instead, glorify his mighty works, sing songs of praise. Everyone has seen these things, though only from a distance. Look, God is greater than we can understand. His years cannot be counted. He draws up the water vapor and then distills it into rain. The rain pours down from the clouds and everyone benefits. Who can understand the spreading of the clouds and the thunder that rolls forth from heaven? See how he spreads the lighting around him and how it lights up the depths of the sea? By these mighty acts he nourishes the people, giving them food in abundance. He fills his hands with lightning bolts and hurls each as its target. The thunder announces his presence. The storm announces his indignant anger. My heart pounds as I think of this. It trembles within me. Listen carefully to the thunder of God's voice as it rolls from his mouth. It rolls across the heavens, and his lightning flashes in every direction. Then comes the roaring of the thunder, the tremendous voices of his majesty. He does not restrain it when he speaks. God's voice is glorious in the thunder. We can't even imagine the greatness of his power. He directs the snow to fall on the earth and then tells the rain to pour down. Then everyone stops working so they can watch his power. The wild animals take cover and they stay inside their dens. The stormy winds comes from its chamber, and the driving winds bring the cold. God's breath sends the ice, freezing wide expanses of water. He loads the clouds with moisture, and they flash with his lightning. The clouds churn about his direction. They do whatever he commands throughout the earth. He makes these things happen, either to punish people or to show his unfailing love. Pay attention to this, Job. Stop and consider the wonderful miracles of God. Do you know how God controls the storms and causes the lightning to flash from his clouds? Do you understand how he moves the clouds with wonderful perfection and skill? When you are sweltering in your clothes and the south wind dies down and everything is still, he makes the skies reflect the heat like a bronze mirror. Can you do that? Can you do that? So teach the rest of us what to say to God. We are too ignorant to make our own arguments. Should God be notified that I want to speak? Can people even speak when they are confused? We cannot look at the sun, for it shines brightly in the sky. When the wind clears away the clouds, so also golden splendors come from the mountain of God. He is clothed in dazzling splendor. We cannot imagine the power of the Almighty. But even though he is just and righteous, he does not destroy us. No wonder people everywhere fear him. All who are wise show him reverence. The Lord challenges Job. Then the Lord answered Job from the whirlwind. Finally, the Lord is about to speak. Because him and his homies were like yapping for real. God is just watching them all trying to make sense of his problems. And now he's like, now let me talk. Okay. And this is the last 2 pages, y'all. Then the Lord answered Job from the whirlwind. Who is this that questions my wisdom with such ignorant words? Period. Who is this that questions my wisdom with such ignorant words? Brace yourself like a man, because I have some questions for you, and you must answer them. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me, if you know so much. Who determined its dimensions and stretched out the surveying line? What supported its foundation? Who laid its cornerstones as the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy? Who kept the sea inside its boundaries as it burst from the womb, and as I clothed it with clouds and wrapped it in its thick darkness? For I locked it behind barrier gates limiting its shores. I said, this is far, and no farther will you come. Where you poured waves must stop. Have you ever commanded the morning to appear and caused the dawn to rise in the east? Have you made daylight spread to the ends of the earth to bring an end to the night's wickedness as the light approaches? The earth takes shape like clay pressed beneath a seal. It is robed in brilliant colors. The light disturbs the wicked and stops the arms that is raised in violence. Have you explored the springs from which the seas come? Have you explored their depths? Do you know where the gates of depths are located? Have you seen the gates of utter gloom? Do you realize the extent of the earth? Tell me about if you know. Where does the light come from, and where does the darkness go? Can you take each to its home? Do you know how to get there? But of course you know all this. For you were born before it was all created, and you are very experienced. Have you visited the storehouse of the snow or seen the storehouse of hail? I have reserved them as weapons for the time of trouble, for the day of battle and war. Where is the path of the source of light? Where is the home of the east wind? Who created a channel for the torrents of rain? Who laid out the paths for the lightning? Who makes the rain fall on barren land in a desert where no one lives? Who sends rain to satisfy the parched ground and make the tender grass spring up? Does the rain have a father? Who gives birth to the dew? Who is the mother of the ice? Who gives birth to the frost from the heavens? For the water turns to the ice as hard as rock, and the surface of the water freezes. Can you direct the movement of the stars, blinding the clusters of the Pleiades, or loosening the cords of Orion? Can you direct the constellations through the seasons, or guide the bear with her cub across the heavens? Do you know the laws of the universe? Can you use them to regulate the earth? Can you shout to the clouds and make it rain? Can you make lightning appear and cause it to strike as you direct? Who gives intuition to the heart and instincts to the mind? Who is wise enough to count all the clouds? Who can tilt the water jars of heaven when the parched ground is dry and the soil has hardened into clods? Can you stalk prey for a lioness and satisfy the young lion's appetite as they lie in their dens or crouch in the thickets? Who provides food for the ravens when their young cry out to God and wander about in hunger? The Lord's challenge continues. Do you know when the wild goats give birth? Have you watched as deers are born in the wild? Do you know how many months they carry their young? Are you aware of the time of their delivery? They crouch down to give birth to their young and deliver their offspring. Their young grows up in the open fields, then leave home and never return. Who gives the wild donkeys its freedom? Who unites its ropes? I have placed it in the wilderness. Its home is the wasteland. It hates the noise of the city and has no driver to shout at it. The mountains are its pasture land where it searches for every blade of grass. Will the wild ox consent to being tamed? Will it spend the night in your stall? Can you hitch a wild ox to a plow? Will it plow a field for you? Given its strength, can you trust it? Can you leave and trust the ox to do your work? Can you rely on it to bring home your grain and deliver it to your threshing floor? The ostrich flaps her wings grandly, but they are no match for the feathers of the stork. She lays her eggs on top of the earth, letting them be warm in the dust. She doesn't worry that a foot might crush them or a wild animal might destroy them. She is harsh toward her young and as if they were not her own. She doesn't care if they die, for God has deprived her wisdom. He has given her no understanding, but whenever she jumps up to run, she passes the swiftest horse with its rider. Have you given the horse a strength or clothed its neck with a flowing mane? Did you give it the ability to leap like a locust? Its majestic snorting is terrifying. Its paws the earth and rejoices in its strength. When it charges out to battle, it laughs at fear and is unafraid. It does not run from the sword. The arrows rattle against it, and the spears of javelin flash. Its paws the ground fiercely and rushes forward into battle when the ram's horns blows. It snorts at the sound of the horn. It senses the battle in the distance. It quivers at the captain's commands and the noise of battle. Is it your wisdom that makes the hawk soar and spread its wings towards the south? Is it at your command that the eagles rise to the heights to make its nest? It lives on the cliff, making its home on a distant rock crag. From there is hunt and to prey, keeping watch with piercing eyes. Its youth gulps down blood where there's a carcass. There you'll find it. Then the Lord said to Job, do you still want to argue with the Almighty? You are God's critics, but do you have the answers? Job responds to the Lord. Oh, what does Job have to say to that? What does Job have to say to that? Like, the Lord just said all of that, right? The Lord just said, who do you think you are? But, like, what is he about to say? There's only one page left. I need to know more. Let's hear it. All right. Job responds to the Lord. Then Job replied to the Lord, I am nothing. How could I ever find the answers? That's valid. I would be honest with you. I don't have the answers. I will cover my mouth with my hands. Yeah, just go ahead and do that, brother. That's the best thing you can do, bro. I have said too much already. I have nothing more to say. Yep. He just gonna have to say that like that right there for sure. The Lord challenges Job again. Then the Lord answers Job from the whirlwind. Brace yourself like a man, because I have some questions for you, and you must answer them. Will you discredit my justice and condemn me just to prove you are right? Are you as strong as God? Can you thunder with a voice like his? All right. Put on your glory and splendor, your honor and majesty. Give vent to your anger. Let it overflow against the proud, humiliate to the proud with a glance. Walk on the wicked where they stand. Bury them in the dust. Imprison them in the world of the dead. Then even I would praise you, for your own strength would save you. Take a look at Behemoth, which I made, just as I made you. It eats grass like an ox. See its powerful lions and the muscles of its belly. Its tail is as strong as cedar. The sinews of its thighs are knit tightly together. Its bones are tubes of bronze. Its limbs are bars of iron. It is a prime example of God's handiwork, and only its creator can threaten it. The mountains offer its best food where all the wild animals play. It lies under the lotus plants, hidden by the reeds in the marsh. The lotus plants give it shade amongst the willow besides the streams. It is not disturbed by the raging rivers, not concerned when the swelling Jordan rushes around it. No one can catch it off guard or put a ring in its nose and lead it away. So he's basically trying to tell you, like, let me give you an example of this animal that I created. He not over here stressing about what's coming up next and this and that and what's going to catch him off guard. He's just chilling and letting things go by. Okay, the Lord's challenge continues. Can you catch Leviathan with a hook or put a noose around its jaw? Can you tie it with a rope through the nose or pierce its jaw with a spike? Will it beg you for mercy or implore you for pity? Will it agree to work for you, to be your slave for life? Can you make it a pet like a bird or give it to your little girls to play with? Will merchants try to buy it to sell it in their shops? Will it be hurt by spears or its head by a harpoon? If you lay a hand on it, you will certainly remember the battle that follows. You won't try that again. No, it is useless to try to capture it. The hunter who attempts it will be knocked down. And since no one dares to disturb it, who then can stand up to me? Who has given me anything that I need to pay back? Everything under heaven is mine. I want to emphasize Leviathan's limbs and its enormous strength and graceful form. Who can strip off its hide? And who can penetrate its double layer of armor? Who can pry open its jaws, for its teeth are terrible? The scales of it are back like rows of shields, tightly sealed together. They are close together, that no air can get between them. Each scale sticks tight to the next. They interlock and cannot be penetrated. When it squeezes, its flashes light. Its eyes are like the red of dawn. Lightning leaps from its mouth, flames of fire flash out, smoke streams from its nostrils like steams from a pothead over burning rushes. Its breaths will kindle coals for flames shoot from its mouth. The tremendous strength in Leviathan's neck strikes terror wherever it goes. Its flesh is hard and firm and cannot be penetrated. Its heart is hard as rock, hard as a milestone. When it rises, the mighty are afraid, gripped by terror. No sword can stop it, no spear, dart, or javelin iron is nothing but straw to that creature, and bronze is like rotten wood. Arrows cannot make it flee. Stones shot from a sling are like bits of grass. Clubs are like blades of grass, and it laughs at the swish of javelins. Its belly is covered with scales as sharp as glass. It plows up the ground and it's dragged through the mud. Leviathan makes the water boil with its commotion. It stirs the depths like a pot of anointed. The water glistens in its wake, makes the sea look white. Nothing on earth is its equal. No other creature, no fearless of all the creatures. It is the proudest. It is the king of beasts. Job responds to the Lord. Like, yeah, what does Job have to say to that? Y'all, Oregon, shout out to you. That's so cute. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we only have like one more chapter left. I mean, one more paragraph. Well, we just have all of this left. Okay. Job responds to the Lord, okay, because we want to see how this is going to end, right? Okay, you're listening? Okay, good. All right. Then Job replies to the Lord, I know that you can do anything and no one can stop you. You asked, who is this that questions my wisdom with such ignorance? It is I. Job got some balls today. It is I. And I was talking about things I knew nothing about, things far too wonderful for me. You said, listen and I will speak. I have some questions for you, and you must answer them. I had only heard about you before, and now I have seen you with my own eyes. I take back everything I said, and I sit in dust and ashes to show my repentance. I mean, he was real for that. He's basically was like, I was talking bad about you, but I didn't see you. And then you're popping up mid-conversation, like, saying, like, you think you know everything, but I created everything. And then there's a conclusion, guys. There's a conclusion. It says, conclusion, the Lord blessed. I had to put my phone on the charger, so I don't think it's gonna like stay up stable. Okay. What's going on here? All right, conclusion. The conclusion. In conclusion, the Lord blesses Job. Oh, period. After the Lord had finished speaking to Job, he said to Eliphaz, I am angry with you and your two friends, for you have not spoken accurately about me, as my servant Job has. So take 7 bulls and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job and offer a burnt offering to yourselves. My servant Job will pray for you, and I will accept his prayer on your behalf. I will not treat you as you deserve, for you have not spoken accurately about me. So my servant Job has. So Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar did as the Lord commanded them, and the Lord accepts Job's prayer. Okay, when Job prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes. Slay. In fact, the Lord gave him twice as much as before. Then all his brothers, sisters, and former friends came and feasted with him in his home, and they consoled him and comforted him because of all the trials the Lord had brought against him. And each of them brought him a gift of money and a gold ring. So the Lord blessed Job in the second half of his life even more than the beginning. For now he has 14,000 sheep. Hold on. Because dude had 7,000. Damn. Well, he said everything's doubled. So 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 team of oxen, and 1,000 female donkeys. He also gave Job 7 more sons and 3 more daughters. He named his first daughter Jemima, the second Kenziah, and the third. Whoa. In all the land, no women were as lovely as the daughters of Job, and their fathers put them in his will along with their brothers. Job lived 140 years after that, living to see 4 generations of his children and grandchildren, and then died an old man who had lived a long, full life. What? First of all, it's so much going on. So you mean to tell me that Job definitely has a job now? Divide that by 7, that's his rose. First of all, like, so you mean to tell me that basically the Satan was like, I'm gonna test your best person, so I'm gonna take him through there, because technically the Lord didn't do all of that to him. Satan did all of that to him, but he just thought that God is the one that did it, because he's like, God controls everything that's going on anyways. And his homeboys come pulling up talking about some, don't even worry about it. Like, if you believe in God, like, whatever, just believe in, like, everything's good for you, blah, 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 blah. Like, and then they were just like, basically not even being there for him. They're just speaking out they behinds. And then Job is like, well, I'm ashamed of God and not all of this and all that. And then he's just speaking out his behind. And long story short, all he had to do was pray for himself and pray for his friends, and God just gave him everything. That's crazy. All he had to do was believe in God and pray for his friends. And when Satan comes for you, just pray for people. And then God just doubled everything for him. Y'all, what is going on? I have no idea. Like, what? What did y'all get out of that? God tested Job's faith. It wasn't a bad thing. Good night, Jimmy. I don't know, Milan, like, go Google it or something. Just came in the room. Well, you're a little bit late. We just got done reading Job. And honestly, God will give you everything if you believe and do the right thing. For sure. For sure. So, I think that's a really good chapter to read, a really good book to read if you're feeling like the world is against you. Like, if you just feel like you're like, why me, why me, why me, why me? You should definitely read that, because, bro, they took him through there. More detailed, Job kids were murdered. He lost all his riches, and his wife, his body was covered in boils. Yep. That's what happened to Job. Job was tested and persisted. The Holy Spirit exists. Yep. More detailed. Yep. I'm going to send you. Can you say? Okay, so Shemaiah, shout out to you. Yeah, guys, what should we read tomorrow? Does anybody have a book that we should read tomorrow, so I can make that a reminder? That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know the Bible had that many, like, they was just like, well, sir, are you done talking? Like, dang. That was very entertaining. Very, very entertaining. I think the book of Job is so far my favorite right now. So far, it's my faves. Thank you, everybody who was gifting and liking while I was, and moderating while I was reading. Thank you so much. We got through that, our first Bible study. And yeah. What are we getting into now? Oh, it was your first time coming here? You like the King Solomon story? Another thing to take away from the story is that you could be punished for future transgressions. Is it fair or is it necessary to save you from a life of sin? I feel like if you're being tested, regardless, you're still going to have to keep some type of belief. I mean, not some type of, you're just going to have to believe, like, regardless. You see what happened when he was just, like, trying to bash him, and God was like, sir, are you the person that put the sun up today? And then he was just like, you're right. He, like, owned up to the fact that he was wrong. He prayed for his friends, and then God was like, and now I'm gonna bless you ×2, and you're gonna live for 140 years. So that's crazy. He already thought he had it all. He's like, I have everything I need anyways. Imagine that. Imagine feeling like you were in your prime. You had everything that you ever wanted. Everything was going good for you. Then stuff start happening. But you don't lose faith. You pray for yourself. You pray for others. And then you come to find out that that was just the beginning of your blessings. Like, that's insane. That's insane. What time are we reading tomorrow? I think we should read a little bit more earlier. It's 11:30 right now for me, so we should read earlier. But have we decided on what we're going to read? Are we going to do Solomon? Read Acts? Should we do... I want to do Solomon or do Acts? I hope y'all had fun though, because like when I read, I like to read as if I'm having a conversation, or like I read, like, you know, I just like to narrate as if it's a conversation, because like if I'm just reading, it's gonna be boring. But if I'm like, oh dang, he said that, dang, he said this, dang, then it's like more entertaining, because now we can understand it as we're reading it. Okay. So right now it's 11:30 my time. You like how I read? Oh, period. So, that's crazy, because this morning I like grabbed my Bible and I opened it up to a random page, and that was the chapter that I opened up to. So I was like, oh, guess we have to read. I don't know who needed to hear that today, but okay. So y'all sing Solomon. Y'all sing. We need to get this together now, guys. Now. We need to get this together right now. So are we reading Acts, or are we reading Solomon? Or are we reading... I need y'all to spam what y'all want. Y'all gotta, yeah, y'all gotta spam. I'm saying Acts because that'll lead people to God. Isn't Acts long, though? Isn't it long? Genesis, you want to start from the beginning. You... All right, let me see which one's longer. Do y'all love this Bible? My grandpa bought me this. All right, let me see. Where that's at. Where this is, I'm just gonna prepare it for tomorrow. Let's find it. Wait, isn't there multiple acts? Genesis. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Catherine, because it's just like, we need to just mind our own business sometimes. Okay. Wait. Okay, y'all. How big is Axe? Axe is not that big either. We can get through that. For sure, we can get through that. The mods is on it. Yeah, my mods don't play. Like, don't even sit up here and try to play with my mods. Catherine does not play. Like, never played. Okay, Axe is pretty short, guys. All right. It's basically, it's literally looked like it's the same amount as what we just read. I'm excited to see what Axe is about because the last one we just read was definitely tea. Like it was, I liked it. It was giving drama. It was dramatic. It was inspiring. It was a little bit of everything. They was going back and forth. The Lord came through, had a little intervention. He got stuff taken away. He got it back in double. Like, that was amazing. That was amazing. So tomorrow we read Acts. Like, it's really small. It's really small. Read. Haven't y'all heard enough reading for the day? If we do Job and Acts, I'm gonna need some water. I'm gonna need some water. We can do that. We can read it now or we can just chill, guys. Thank you for liking the live. What made me randomly want to start reading the Bible? Last night I had like I woke up today, I had a crazy dream, and then I woke up and I felt sleepy. Like my dream was chaotic. It was like old friends and relationships, and it was just a lot going on. I also had a dream that like a plane crashed into a building and there was missiles going, and I was like, this was crazy, a crazy dream. So I woke up, and when I woke up, I still felt sleepy. Like I was like, bro, I just slept for 8 hours. Why do I still feel sleepy? So instead of like getting up and like doing my morning routine and stuff, I like picked up this Bible because I have like a big study Bible. And it's like a big study Bible, but I'm like, let me see like if I can just like read the Bible because I love reading books anyways. So I opened the Bible, and the first thing that opened up was that I opened up to was literally the first page of Job. And I was like, I started reading it in bed. And then, like, you know, my day had to come to me. I had to go to the gym. I had to, like, get work done. I had to do all type. I had to, you know, do normal people stuff. So I didn't really get to finish it. So I'm like, ooh, maybe when I come back home, I'll jump on live. And whoever haven't heard the story, I could just read it for myself and then read it for whoever hasn't heard it. So that's why I was just like, let me go ahead and just read it. But honestly, I just wasn't feeling like, I don't know, I just felt, like I said, like my dream was weird and I woke up feeling sleepy. So I was like, I need to get closer to God because I can't have that. Like, does that happen to y'all? Like, you go to sleep you sleep well past 6 hours. Like, you were well rested, but you wake up still feeling sleepy. Like, I'm like, oh, no. That's not okay. Like, what is that? Have I ever been to college? Yes, I have a bachelor's in science. I have a BS, but I went to school for film production and, well, originally I went to school for psychology. I was in school for psychology for 3 years. I literally had one more, and I still do. Like, I can go to school for 1 year, finish those classes, and I can get my bachelor's in psychology. But when I went to school for 3 years in psychology, the assignments were getting harder and harder and harder. Like, I had 10-page research papers to do. Like, I was running track. I was, like, going through, like, relationship problems, friendship problems. Like, I didn't want to be there at all. So I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm dropping out. She's like, you need to figure it out. Like, I don't care if you change your major. I don't care what you do. You're not leaving until you get a degree. So I changed it. I made psychology my minor. And because I already had all the classes and all, like, I already finished my minor degree because I was there for 3 years already. So they automatically granted me psychology as a minor. And then I took on film production. So 1 year I was taking like 8 film classes. Like, I had writing, directing, acting. I had business. So, like, how to build a budget for a film. I had all types of film classes left and right. And then I, like, graduated college with my degree in film production and a minor in psychology. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, bro, well, what was I going through that bad that I just didn't do 1 more year in psychology? But it is what it is. I don't really see myself being a psychologist anyways, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, psychology is lame. I should have went to school for technology because that's really my favorite. Like, I'm looking at my app that I'm, like, not done building yet. I'll give you guys, like, a preview of it. This thing is missing a main page, but there's a feed page with, like, all my old videos. And instead of swiping up, you swipe left and right. There's a chat room that's not developed yet. There's a music page, and there's, like, people can build their own profiles and stuff like that. But that's probably going to be one of the apps that I build. That's going to be, like, a personal app for me. And then I want to build a game, and I want to build, like, another app too. But I really just need to go back to school for technology at this point because that's everything that I love doing already. I've built my own world in Roblox, like a game, an obstacle course game in Roblox. I've done all types of stuff. Like, this is my little obstacle course in Roblox that I haven't even finished yet, but it's like a whole world and there's different levels and, like, kids can play it and stuff like that. But this is, like, the back end of it all. But yeah, guys, I just am a very passionate person. But the thing about me is I always start projects and I don't finish them. Like, I'm so passionate that I'm like, I can do this and I'm going to do it right now. And then I burn out. And then the next day I start something else. And I'm just like, I'm get this done. And then I burn out and then I start something else. But not proud of that at all. One day it's all gonna make sense. And one day I'm gonna have a TED Talk and I'll be like, yeah, this is how you do something. I don't know. It's God's plan. Gotta be grounded. It's going to take a special man to help you manifest your endeavors. That's what I'd be thinking too. Like, I just can't date just anybody. Cause like, that's not gonna be okay. She needs no man. What do you mean? I'm just creative. I feel like if I'm gonna marry someone, they have to just be like, babe, let me find some resources for you because you have a lot going on, you know? Literally. Oh, today I had pizza. And I need to drink some water. And I have some pineapples right here. Yeah, but definitely. Those are sour. But yeah. All I have to say to y'all is take on what Job was talking about or something. I don't know. Are these pants messed up? Whatever. I went to the gym today, guys. I did arms and back. Literally. That's what I did today at the gym. I also have this, usually I like to make my own mac and cheese, but my friend put me onto this. And she said to try it. She only said to try it because it has 14 grams of protein in it. So I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm still a work in progress, guys. I think we should do a little bit of cleaning up, though. Let's show. A little bit of cleaning up. Like these bags need to go in the other room. This water bottle needs to go in the trash. Ow. These clothes need to go away. And then, put this up. Put it away. Wait, before I take all this to the back, let me fold this really fast. Fold my little blankie. Because when I'm on the couch, I like to use this blanket. And yeah. Cute little blankie. Okay. Alrighty. I was thinking like stuff that I have over here, I could like throw some of this stuff. Like I have so many books. I'm thinking like some things can literally get thrown in the trash. But I don't know, I'll deal with that later. Like this little chair thingy, I need to throw it in the trash. But okay, let's do this. This is gonna go to the back and yeah. All right. And then also, don't let me forget that I need to charge my cameras. What happened? Like your smoke detector. Let me tell y'all about it. So the reason why I have the tape on there is because my smoke detector is sensitive. It's sensitive, so if it's when I'm baking something, when it smells the gas, it'll go off. So I like put that over it until like somebody comes and fixes it. Okay. Yeah. We can do some laundry in a second. I have clothes all over the place. And then, hold on. What's in this bag? A bunch of nothing. There's a camera in this bag. Let's put this over here. Turn off camera. Okay. There's that camera. This is the little tripod to it. And then everything else in here. Everything else is good. And then what's in this bag? These clothes need to get washed. I brought this bag with me to the beach yesterday, so that's why I need to just empty it out. And there's empty water bottles in here. This makeup bag, sunscreen. My friend left her chips in here, her Cheetos. Like, come on. And then this, actually, it's gonna go. This is, I don't need this bag anymore. But yeah, guys. My friend just invited me to a NBA party tonight. Like, I don't want to be around no... I don't want to be around, like... First of all... No. But it wasn't a girl, it was a guy. It's an NBA party. It starts at midnight and ends at 4. What? What is wrong with him? First of all, what is wrong with y'all? Oh, my friend is the one who's... Oh, he sent it to me because he's hosting it. I'm gonna get on the... I'm gonna put myself on the list so I can tell y'all who else is on the list. Let me clean up. Okay. So I need to bring like a trash bag, honestly. So I could put these water bottles. This counts. What are we talking about? Wait. Can I tell you what profession to pursue? Yeah, tell me what profession should I pursue? Based on your sign, I'm an Aries. So let me know. Let me know what's going on. Okay. But yeah, like, I'm gonna just continue cleaning up. Anything you love that you don't give up on. Facts. I can agree on that. Like, why do I have all this random stuff? I need to charge my cameras, but I could do that tomorrow. Well, maybe I should charge them now so that if I want to use them tomorrow, I could use them tomorrow. Does that make more sense? Aries make good leaders. Do we? I mean, I just led a whole Bible study, so I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Wait. Also, whoever bought this on my birthday wish list, thank you. And this on my birthday wish list, thank you. And I think there was a few other things. There was like body wash. I'm gonna open my Amazon app and I'm gonna see who did it so I could be able to properly say thank you. Because when it came in the mail, it didn't have a name of who bought it. So I'm like, anonymous much? But thank you, thank you. You got 100K from Bible study? What? Wait, mental health of placement, moving in your reality, a placement of objects, that is a good neuropath. What? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm about to ask my friend, I'm gonna say, where is that? Where is that? Even though I have his location. My friend who invited me to the party, he's a PR representative. So I'm like, he's probably has like a NBA client or something, and that's why he's throwing a party for them. But I have his location, so technically I already know where that party at. I already know the party. But I don't think I'm going. Oh, he just sent it to me. Oh, I'm definitely not going there. Ew, I hate that place. It's so small. I'm be like, what team? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna say, oh, that's not far. Should I ask him what team? Would that be crazy? I'm gonna say what team? LOL. One of my friends date a player. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, why did I say? I mean, Oh, not far. Not far. I meant to say not far. Oh, that's... Hopefully he tells us what team. Because, y'all, I'm being nosy. Even though I'm not going. But I just want to be nosy. Am I interested in the medical field? I mean, science wasn't my favorite subjects. Oh, he put me on the list. Okay, let me tell y'all who's on the list. Oh, I hate when he does that. The list is anonymous. Wait, no. He just hasn't accepted people yet. There's only 4 people on the list. He better tell me what team. He better not gatekeep. Cause he would definitely be the type to gatekeep. He'd be like, is you coming or not? Why you want to know the team? Anyways, y'all, we know what we're reading tomorrow. We're reading Acts. And am I not sleepy yet? We're in the middle of cleaning up, so I will definitely get in bed after I clean up. I did not take an emergency today. Should I take one right now? I feel like I should, so at least I'm waking up feeling okay. All right, let's just like finish straightening up this desk and get a laundry load together so then I can start it in the morning. He's so, oh my God. So I told him, I said, what team? Because my friend dates a NBA player. Like, I'm just like telling him that. He's like, what team and what player? Bro, that's what I'm asking you. Like, I'm asking you, what team is the party for? He knows what he's doing. He freaking knows what he's doing. Like, what? I inspire you. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, y'all. Why is he doing that? He don't want me to. He don't want me to know. He played. He don't want me to know. He's trying to gatekeep. That's what's going on here. All or nothing. That's what it's giving, huh? That is definitely what it's giving. Y'all know I was working hard in the gym. Like, my hair is sweated out and everything. I need to do my hair. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally going to wake up and the hair is going to be all messed up anyway. So I don't plan on going crazy in the gym tomorrow. So I think tomorrow's going to be like a get fully dressed day for me, at least. Dang, what am I supposed to say to that? I don't want to make up a player and tell him that. Should I guess? Should I just be like, is it, first of all, it's not hard to guess what team, because today me and my friend was walking where were we walking? We were walking downtown, and we saw like the Timberwolves. We saw they were like, I don't know if they were packing up to leave or they were like just landing in and they were checking into their hotel. We were walking past a hotel downtown by the crypto stadium and we saw like the team. So I'm like, is it them? I don't know if they're leaving or coming or going or not. Let me see. today. Oh, the Timberwolves play the Lakers. Oh, see? So the Timberwolves played the Lakers today. And their game is over, so it's probably, look at me using my brain. Or is it the Clippers? Clippers. The Clippers played, was it a home game? Did the Clippers play at home today? Did the Clippers play at home today? Does anybody know that? Since he doesn't tell me. Where was the game today? Let me look it up. Thank you. Oh, they play the Timberwolves tomorrow. So that means that all the games was home. Because if the Timberwolves played the Lakers today and they play the Clippers tomorrow, that means that they're in Cali. So it, or wait, yeah, the Knicks. So the Knicks and the Clippers game was at the Clipper Stadium? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing? Because that's what it looks like. Lakers didn't play. Wait, it said that the Lakers played the Timberwolves. I don't know. It could either be the Knicks, the Clippers, the Lakers, or the Timberwolves. That's who, out of those four people, that's who he's probably throwing a party for. Either way it goes, Nala's not going. So snag you a baller? No. Snag me a bed. Okay. Like, that's my dreams and aspirations is not to snag a baller. Unfortunately, that's not on my bucket list. Definitely not on my bucket list. Not them. Them people ran through, and I don't even think they know how to read the Bible. No shade. Nope, no shade. No shade at all. Am I going to stream on Twitch? No, I'm not. I'm already streamed on YouTube. So yeah, guys, like, please do ASMR. I don't know how to do it. What do you want me to do? You want me to brush the microphone or something? What you want me to do? Honestly, though, guys, the party is like 5 minutes away from my house. If I really wanted to go, it says 12 to 4. What are y'all doing until 4 in the morning? At a club. Together. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? People don't have beds. Mind you, half of them people probably got kids. So it's like, who's watching your kids while you're out at a party till 4 o'clock in the morning? I don't know, like, y'all know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna just say forget it and not go from the Bible to a party. Oh my god, I just realized I was delayed and not watching live. I hate. But yeah, so. Put this in this bag. I should get married and have some kids. Yeah, I should. I would rather learn how to rebuild a system through engineering than watch sports. You sounded like me right now. You definitely sounded like me. I'm gonna sweep the floor. Yep. He's funny because he doesn't want to tell me what team. He's funny though. I want to know what team. It's probably 2 teams. Probably the teams that play each other today. It's probably the teams that played each other today. And that's probably why he's trying to act like he doesn't want to tell me. He's crazy. He's not even there yet. Wait, let me see. Let me stalk him. I have like all my friends' locations. Yeah, bro, this dude. He at home talking about something. The party starts right now. But in a way. And it's like, who do you think I am? You're telling me a party starts right now that you're inviting me to right now? No. Rule number 1, don't do that. Rule number 2, read the Bible. Do y'all see the rules? Yeah. Those are the imaginary rules. Okay. I'm done with this room, guys. I was gonna play Roblox. No, not Roblox. Minecraft. And then I need to put together my load for the morning. For the morning time. We should listen to some music until we... Actually, should I? Well, I said I was going to take some emergency, though. I've compiled some laundry right here. I'm putting more so we can put that in the washing machine in the morning. And I also need to put together this. That's going to be like giveaway clothes and whatnot. Some giveaway clothes and whatnot. And whatnot. And I'm gonna put these clothes in the dryer. I mean the washer. This skirt is pretty cute, but it's just really short. Like, I think I have to give it away. It's really short. You know? That's something that I would just definitely sleep. Maybe something I would sleep in, but at the end of the day, like, probably wouldn't do that either. I have this trash bag on my door. I think I'm going to give these dresses away, so I'm going to just leave that there. Definitely going to give those dresses away. It's giving, like, grandma's brunch. And then this. That's just going to be a trash bag for now, since there's really nothing in it. And clearly I'm a crazy wild sleeper, so we're just going to fix my bed And then I'm gonna take an emergency. Now, y'all, I hate having a TV in my room. So this TV came from like my dorm room when I was in college. And I'm like, I guess I'll put it in my room because I didn't want to buy like a TV for my room. I just have a pet peeve with like watching TV in the room. But I bought it out there because since I live alone, I'm like, damn, if I don't talk, who's gonna talk? So I'm like, look, I might as well have something. But as you can see, it's not even on. So, whatever. And then, I think I am gonna give these dresses away. I'll figure that out tomorrow, but that's gonna be the giveaway pile. And yeah, the giveaway. This can go in here. Just gonna fix my bed a little bit. And then I'm gonna take some vitamins. Like what? My sheet falling off the bed and whatnot. Alright. Okay. Just fixed my sheet because we're gonna get in the bed anyways, so it's not like I need to do all of that. But I just had to fix the sheet. Oh, also, whoever the heck got me these, shout out to you. This one smells so freaking good. I took a shower with both of them, but this one smells like a sugar cookie and this one smells like very citrusy. And I think this one like brightens up your skin too. So shout out to you for that. Oh my God, I'm so close. Let me just put this stuff out of my way. Yeah, guys. Wait, if you have any, I'm really not seeing the chat right now, but I promise y'all, as soon as I finish taking these vitamins, and when I lay down, I think I'm gonna switch my pajamas too. Honestly. I just know. Shout out to Brian for the $1. This I'm obsessed with. Oh, whoever bought me this too, thank you. It came with a 2-pack, but I think I left the other one in the car. Not sure. Tomorrow, I'm also gonna fix my nail because it's broken. Y'all remember I had surgery on my eye, and this is the cream. I already washed my face when I got out the shower, like before I started reading the Bible. So I'm not gonna do a night care routine today. Usually I would if I had makeup on, but I don't have on makeup right now, so I don't have to wash my face. And I'm about to show y'all how I make this emergency pack. I get one of these, and I'm gonna take one of these. I had a headache earlier. I forgot to take my vitamins today because I was rushing out the door, so I'm gonna just take it now. Bro, don't ask me why I'm taking prenatals. I'm just joking. Apparently, you're not supposed to take them because they make you fertile. But my doctor told me that I could take them as a multivitamin because it's like all the vitamins that you need in your body. In that, obviously, it's like it's like vitamins, but like ×2 because women use it for when they're about to have babies or whatever. But I'm just using it just for so my body's healthy. I don't know. Get out of my business. And then these have like fish oil and omega-3. And then I'm taking this because I just got over being sick. So yeah. All right, so let's take these gummies. No worries. You're funny. Oh my god. Cold water and pills aren't good. Says who? The emergency will keep me up. Is that because it has a bunch of B12? Is it because it has a lot of B12 in it? Oh my goodness. You're still thinking about the perfect profession for me? Really? Don't think too hard. Oh my god. Cold water is everything, like. Okay. I'm just gonna take the emergency. Like, if I'm up, then I'm just gonna go to the party. I'm just joking. Yeah, like, you know. This is probably way too much water. Am I a little teapot? Babes, I'm gigantic, okay? I'm 5'4", okay? Like, what do you mean? Like... Oh my god. Bro, these vitamins better work while I sleep. I really don't have to chug, but I just want to get it over with. I'm definitely gonna have to go use the bathroom. Oh my god. What the heck? I need to breathe. Okay, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be back. Okay. Okay, guys. Why am I on my knees? What I just noticed is we're still on the live of the part 2 of Job. So I'm gonna end this one and then I'm gonna go relive because I just want to keep that like on its own thing in case like we jump into something else. So if you want to continue watching, I'm going to get back on live. I'm just gonna end this one because I forgot the title says we're reading part 2. If you know, you know. So like I'm gonna be back in like 5 seconds.